Listener discretion is advised. Loud noises and screaming do occur in this episode. On behalf of the production team, we apologize for the poor audio quality on one of the microphones. We are working on a solution and hope to resolve the problem soon.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Tactical Waffle podcast. We hope you had a great 2025 or end of 2025 and a pretty decent Christmas, just chilling with your families like we all have done.
Pretty decent, yeah.
Yeah, pretty...
I hope you had a terrible Christmas.
And we hope you've had a great start to 2026. We're very thankful for the support on the first 2 episodes, and hopefully 2026 will bring bigger and better things. So, today's episode is, I've named ifs, buts, maybes and absolutes. So, hopefully today will clear up some of the biggest Premier League ifs, buts, maybes and absolutes.
It will not keep that name.
I want it to keep that name. It's short and sweet, all right?
Oh.
So, the first segment of the podcast today is more on the present day, and we're going to talk about a team of the season so far in the Premier League. So, we are probably over halfway now. We're into one of the busiest stretches of football in the Premier League, coinciding with the FA Cup, Champions League and stuff like that. But we're going to do a team of the season of Premier League players, and we'll see where we agree and where we disagree, because I'm sure there's bound to be some hot takes and players that you probably wouldn't think about. So where do we want to start, and who wants to start with their team?
I can start down this end.
So we'll start with Lewis and we'll work our way over.
Yeah. Okay, so some of them a bit rogue, and also it's a little
We're
bit,
here for the rogue
little
takes.
bit anti-Arsenal biased. So starting goal, I've gone Robin Roofs.
Yeah, Roofs, yeah.
Sunderland goalkeeper. I think obviously go Raya, Donnarumma, but
I've got Robin Roofs.
I've got Robin Roofs, yeah.
I think what he's been able to do, despite what we thought of Sunderland to start with,
he's
has
done
been
really well.
nothing short of a miracle, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think he's outed himself as probably one of the top keepers in the league.
And then I've gone Reece James at right back.
Well in, lovely
'Cause
stuff.
I
I've got
think
Reece James.
Considering the last few years he's had and the levels he's hit this season, I think he's massively improved what people's expectations
I
were.
think the versatility that he's brought stepping into the midfield when Enzo's asked him to has been really useful, and he's been brilliant. Like that game against Arsenal, where he was man of the match.
Really good.
He's the best player on the pitch by a country mile. Like
Obviously, I can also go Timber, but
Arsenal bias.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Tim is just a set piece merchant.
But,
It's not that good.
Yeah, and then moving into 2 centre backs, I've gone with Gahey and Gabriel.
Yep, same here.
Oh, I didn't want to write his name.
Okay, right.
Can't stand the man.
I was gonna say, I just look over at his
Yep.
phone and Gabriel, it's just G censored L. I was like, what are we doing? What?
Yeah,
He who shall not be named.
Yeah.
But Gabriel does kind of deserve it.
he's probably the best centre back in the league.
Gahey's probably outside the top 6 is the best centre back in
Yep.
the league.
Yeah.
And left back, I nearly went Nico O'Reilly because I can't really think of many left backs that have been that amazing this season.
Right.
But instead I went Carvalho because I think he's been really good at centre back. I didn't want to leave him out.
Right.
I don't know if you agree, but when I've watched him for City, he's looked really good.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, there have been some games where, this is just the case with most players, to be honest, but there are some games where he's one of the best players on the pitch, and there are some games where he's just making mistakes all over the place. But I think, I've got O'Reilly in my team, so I think it's definitely close between the two. But yeah, I'll probably pick O'Reilly, to be honest.
Yeah, I did nearly go O'Reilly, but
Yeah,
I just
that's
felt
going
bad
to be
leaving
interesting when
Carvalho
you hear my left back.
out. Oh, yeah. Cucurella left back.
Maybe.
I've gone midfield 3 of Rice,
Yep.
Xhaka, Foden.
Oh,
Because
Okay.
Xhaka's been a big part of
Xhaka has
Sunderland's
been
success
balling.
so far.
I'll
I
give you that.
watched
Rice.
the other day, I forget who it was. It was
And
Arsenal
Foden.
someone, and Rice was playing really well, to be fair.
Rice is all season.
Rice has got an engine. I think that's what.
Rice is
helps.
insanely good. Also, Zubimendi's unlucky to miss out. Considering they're both Arsenal players, Zubimendi's been really good. But yeah, and Foden in like the attacking midfield role, only because it was out of him and Cherky. but I think Foden's just been that little bit better.
Ryan Cherky.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That's
I'm
why
sure
I
we'll
kinda
have an
wanted to avoid saying
in-depth
Cherky's
conversation
name.
about Ryan Cherky later on.
And then I've gone a bit rogue in the attack, but I kind of won it about 10 minutes ago. But I've gone Iliman Ndiaye, Haaland and Semenyo as a front three.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I kind of forgot names, if I'm being honest.
I've not gone positionally, by the way. In my attack, I've got 2 strikers and a winger.
Oh.
So you could have done that potentially.
Any disagreements?
Well,
Did you say Igor Thiago?
I didn't. I nearly did, but Haaland has just been better.
I mean, I've got Igor Thiago and Haaland in my
Yeah.
team purely because they've been, well, far and away the 2 best strikers in the league. And I feel like it would be unfair to leave someone like Igor Thiago out of the
Yeah.
best team of the season so far.
I did nearly put him in. The only reason why I went Haaland over him is the fact that, yes, he's been good. A lot of his goals have been penalties.
yeah,
He's
5, I
scored
want to say,
5 or 6 penalties.
and he's
out
got
of-
16, so he'd have 11 without him.
Yeah.
I think I'd still put him.
Oh, he's still really good, but
I'd still put him up there. I think, right? I'd still put him
he
there.
He would still be up there, but Haaland's just taken a step forward in terms of playmaking as well.
Yeah.
He's no longer a League 2 striker.
Like, his defensive ability as well needs to be talked about. Like, especially like defending from set pieces. Like you say, he's taken his game to like a whole other level.
Yeah. No, I've just been really impressed.
He
with
would
Haaland
still
this
be
season.
second place in
Mm.
the top goal scorers in the Premier League. He'd still be second, even without penalties. I think.
Yeah. No, he's been good, and I think
got
he
5
does
pens, I
deserve it.
think.
But I knew at least one other person would put him in. So
Yeah.
I was comfortable playing
Yeah.
Haaland.
George.
My team.
Or is Emmett? Emmett, have you
Yeah,
got him?
no, you guys go first. 'Cause
Alright,
I need
I'll go
to I need to
first.
poach names.
Yeah.
George.
Just making your team on the spot.
Yeah.
Right. So my goalkeeper's Robin Roofs. I think that's fairly obvious.
Yep.
Like, I wouldn't say fairly obvious, to be fair. I think it's close between him and David Raya because some of the saves that you've seen David Raya make this
Yeah.
season, like the one against Brighton where Minte tried to curl it into the top corner and he's clawed it over the bar.
I think I'll go to Aston Villa. He claws McGinn's off the line, or one of those off the line.
I mean, don't get me wrong, David Raya is a very, very good goalkeeper, probably one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of, I wouldn't necessarily say in terms of consistency, but I think in terms of just like better performances, not even, I'm probably going to get a lot of slate for this, but I just feel like Robin Roofs has been slightly better.
I mean, Roofs is called upon so much more than Raya.
Yeah.
Like Raya probably faces about 3 shots a game.
Yeah, purely because
I
of
mean-
how good Gabriel is.
Yeah,
And Saliba.
they went for a period where they weren't. I think they went 3-4 games without facing a shot on target.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Raya's been good, but he's kind of just been watching the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Roof's been better.
But when he is called upon, he does make some very, very good saves.
Oh, he
but
does.
I feel like you said, Roofs like makes a lot more saves. Well, yeah, he makes a lot more saves than David Raya does. So I feel like when he's called into action, he's sort of like, you know, I've basically just said the same thing again. So yeah, onto defenders. So right back, I've gone with Jurrien Timber.
I said earlier on in the podcast that I don't rate him, but he's all right. I just think he's
I just feel
he's too
really,
reliant
really good in my
on
opinion.
he's reliant on the system. He's fantastic in the air. I mean, that's the tool of an Arsenal defender. Like, how many goals they scored in set pieces this year? And like
something stupid like 16 or something.
But I always saw him as a centre half, not a fullback.
But the thing is, even then, like, whenever I watch Timber play, well, Arsenal play, like, Timber's just been very, very, like, defensively, one-on-one, he's one of the best I've seen in the league this season. Like you said, he's very, very good in the air. And in terms of, like, consistency, I can't think of another right-back, maybe besides Reece James, who's actually been on that same level as Jurrien Timber.
Yeah.
And then like, moving on to centre-backs, I've got Gabriel and Mark Gay.
Yep. I think
Yeah, I think that's fairly obvious.
Gabriel just dominance in corners. And I just hate watching it. But Mark Gahey, something that I've thought about Mark Gahey is lots of people, when they have transfer rumours circling, would like shut down completely, like wouldn't play to the standard
He's top
in which you'd
professional.
expect. He's been just as good as what Mark Gahey has been. He's lived up to the captaincy of Palace. and he's leading that team really well. Albeit he might leave this month
No, I think he
to
leaves
wherever he goes. We don't know where he's going to go yet. Whether it be Liverpool, City, Bayern, I think was spoken about. Real Madrid's been spoken about, but I reckon his home is in the Premier League because I reckon that's where he will suit this style of football best, like where ball playing centre halves kind of thing. But he's as you said, Lewis, he's a proper professional, and I think other teams have seen this and have been like, it's a green flag.
Yeah.
Considering what we've seen with Isak over the summer, professionalism in football could be in question, but Gehi's just
There's a few players that
tick the
did it
box.
because Gyökeres did it as well to Sporting,
yes.
Yeah.
and now I think he's wishing to go back so he can score some goals.
That guy, I don't like Gyökeres at all.
Yeah.
I think he's pony. I think he's pony. I think he's shy.
He had 4 touches against Liverpool.
I think he just needs time. As much as I don't like Arsenal, I think certain players need time at big clubs. Like one prime example for me is David Silva. Like in his first season at Man City, he wasn't great, and then over the course of the next few seasons, he adapted to the Premier League and became a lot better.
One of the best
yeah.
midfielders in the Premier
Yeah,
League.
arguably one of the best players of his generation.
Yep.
For me, one of the most underrated players of his generation.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway, moving on to my left back, I've gone with obviously Nico O'Reilly, like I said earlier.
I wasn't opposed to this when I heard you say, because Nico O'Reilly has taken that left back spot by the scruff of the neck, 6'4", the mind of a midfielder
Well, he is
like
a midfielder.
Nunes,
He's a makeshift left back, but he's been doing really, really
and
well there.
he is flying. He's really good going forward, very strong.
Scored against Real Madrid as well.
Scored against Real Madrid. I seem to remember him pocketing Mbappe. I seem to remember him pocketing one of the Real Madrid players in the game.
Mostly Rodrigo.
Oh, Rodrigo. Oh, that's still a good player to pocket.
Yeah.
But it will never top the Conor Bradley performance against.
To be fair, everyone pockets Mbappe now.
But
Right, when
I
you play that
think-
wide, they do.
I think we spoke about it in the last episode of the podcast when we spoke about our England teams. I think he's probably the best we've got in that.
I'll tell you what,
regard.
speaking of the England squads from last podcast, I'd just like to apologise for saying Dan Ballard should be in the England squad because I had absolutely no idea that he'd already had about 40 caps for Northern Ireland.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
forgot.
For
yeah.
anyone listening that I might have offended last time out, I just want to apologise. I
Who
didn't
invited
realise.
this guy?
What?
Who invited you again? Okay, it happens.
The hell?
It's okay, it happens. The flags look the fucking same. To be fair.
Yeah.
So I got continue.
Anyway,
I didn't mean to do that to you.
right. Anyway,
With your back four, I imagine.
no. So that's my back four finished. So,
Oh, right. Oh,
So O'Reilly, Gay, Gabriel, and Timber.
not against that.
So
Midfield.
my midfield, I'm going to start off with Declan Rice.
Who wants to talk about Declan Rice? Because
Have you not included Declan Rice?
I've got Declan Rice.
I thought you were going to put Caicedo and just leave out Rice.
Oh, I was close. I was very close. But
Delusional Chelsea fan.
I don't think that I would have.
You're
played
the one
out
that
the
went
studio.
put your delusions aside.
I don't think I've heard Ben talk about a player more than I've heard him talk about.
Oh, there's
Caicedo.
one player that I've spoken about more than Caicedo, and openly spoken about Caicedo that's in this team. Trust me. There's a player in this team. He's not even from Chelsea. He doesn't even play for Chelsea, but I'd love him to play for Chelsea. God.
Right. Next player, yeah. Ryan Cherky.
I don't think we need to explain this one. Do you want to just move on?
I don't think George does. No, I
But
think
George, you
would
can
like to
talk about
revisit
Ryan Cherky if you want.
Ryan Cherky.
What about Ryan Cherky is good? I like
Ryan Cherky.
I love watching Ryan Cherky play football because he's fun and he's a dynamic dribbler.
He's Ryan Cherky.
Likes to take people on, does Rabona crosses.
Rabona.
You could say it either way.
Gives George
just
a
depends-
Rabona.
Just depends on where you're from. I think he's another great asset for that City team. He's versatile, can play the midfield, the attack. That's the thing that impresses me most. I think I might have mentioned in a previous podcast is his technique. His technique in every regard is perfect or near perfect, and I think Pep for 30 million has got an absolute fucking steal from that. But
Ryan Cherky.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Right, moving on. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. Right, my next one. So, this was quite close, in my opinion. But I've gone with Elliot Anderson.
Yes. Oh, at last.
I knew Elliot Anderson would
last.
be in Ben.
Someone has finally seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, Elliot Anderson, he is unbelievable. I would argue that he starts for nearly every Premier League club, barring Chelsea, Arsenal, and City. He starts for.
I think he gets in Chelsea's team.
I think he gets in over Enzo Fernandez, but
Yeah.
He starts next to
Elliot Anderson, you know when we've spoken about before, winning that ball so much. He wins that ball so much.
Cheers, Ben.
He's brilliant, honestly.
The things with Elliot Anderson is that, despite Forest's place in the league, I think they're 16th or 17th at the moment.
They're in the bottom half, convincingly in the bottom half.
Every time I've watched Forest play, he's been their best.
He's in the heart of everything.
He's been their best player, yeah. He controls the tempo in that Forest midfield so well. He's been doing it for England consistently for the past few months. I just feel like he's been one of the most sort of under the radar players in the league.
Oh, he's gonna be on the radar this summer. I promise you, someone's got to take him. Surely.
I'll tell you what, it was in terms of actually putting him in my team so far, in my team this season so far. It was very close between him and Granit Xhaka because I think obviously Sunderland are doing very, very well, and Granit Xhaka's been at the heart of that. He's been at the heart of their success. So I feel like to not have him in that sort of conversation, I feel like would be unfair on him.
Granit Xhaka's got the experience, leadership.
Yeah.
One of the best tacklers in the Premier League, barring João Palhinha, who Lewis across the table for me smiles.
I love that man so much.
I quite like João Palhinha, but Xhaka's experience and passing ability, leadership, he's not afraid to put in a disgraceful challenge, and I like that about a player. I think he's in with a shout, but Elliot Anderson clears, unfortunately. He's in a league of his own, I think.
Yeah.
Apart from he's in my opinion, he's in the Rodri, Caicedo, Gravenberch tier.
No one should be in the same category as Rodri. I've said this so many times.
No, we're talking about this as a balloon.
No,
a balloon
he's not
some of the top CDMs in the Premier League.
No one can talk to
Rodri.
Rodri.
He's just tripled down.
Yeah, that is outrageous.
I'm tripling down on it.
How the hell are you putting Caicedo in the same category as Rodri?
I don't want you to walk off the podcast again. So
I don't even think Elliot Anderson is that level either.
Elliot Anderson is unbelievable.
He's good, but he's not at that level.
You'd have him at Tottenham every day. You've just signed. Did you see what Expressions said about Conor Gallagher?
What?
Called him a Lucasade bottle.
He's so good. I'm so happy we've signed him. I don't know what people complain about.
I think Elliot Anderson's up there. He's not Rodri. He's not Caicedo. He's not Gravenberch. But he's the next person I'd call.
I despise the fact you put Caicedo in the same category as Rodri.
But go on.
I think Rodri is. I mean, he scored in the Champions League final. He was our best player when we won the treble.
Yeah.
Caicedo, if he was in that team, he wouldn't be doing anything near to what Rodri was doing.
So I
they're
thought of
players,
it from a defensive aspect. Caicedo wins every day, in my opinion.
What?
Caicedo's a better defensive asset than Rodri is. Going forward, Rodri clears. But defensively, as a DM, defensively...
In that treble winning side, I'm pretty sure Rodri was a lone six.
He was.
With Stones coming up to help him out. But Stones even progressed further than him at times.
Rodri basically played as a halfback when we were defending and then pushed up when we were attacking. So the fact you've even said that is almost blasphemy.
That's absolute waffle.
I'm standing on that.
That is crazy. Anyway, all right, moving on anyway. So my attackers, I've gone with Who have I gone with? Oh yeah, I've gone with Erling Haaland. I think that's probably
Yeah.
the obvious one.
He's developed his game brilliantly. He's now a rounded striker.
Yeah,
And put a ball in the box for him, he scores 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you got Igor Thiago as well.
yeah. I've got Igor Thiago in there.
Again,
It's
fantastic.
like I've seen a lot of people say that he's just one of those strikers that's just in the box, scores tap-ins, but I've seen a lot of the time I've watched Brentford play this season. He's sort of got the ball from deep and he's been linking up the play really nicely.
Yep.
And
Against Everton, we saw he
Yeah.
can run. He can.
Yeah.
He pressed. I always knew he pressed well,
yeah,
but now we've seen him beat people on a sprint like
Yeah.
that.
like his game sense is obviously very, very good.
Yep.
It's what you need to succeed in the Premier League. Obviously scoring 16 in the league this season already is a testament to him. So, so he's in my team, and then I think I've got Antoine Semenyo in my
Yep.
team as well. So I think that's probably the
What,
other obvious one.
being the City fan on the pod, what do you think of City signing of him and what he can bring to the table for Pep?
I mean, I'm buzzing that we signed him. To be honest, I think he adds a bit extra to the team.
It was the Tottenham under 18 just scored.
Oh, good.
Reece
grief.
Elliott Paris.
Who?
Baller. Reece Elliott Paris.
Nice.
well in.
Anyway, so I think Semenyo offers us. I'm just mumbling my words at this point. I think Semenyo offers us something a bit different from what we have already. Like, Savinho's. Yeah. Savinho's just kind of there.
He's just a warm body.
Yeah. Bernardo Silva's kind of past it now. Obviously, he brings that experience into the team, but in terms of actually like providing that sort of creative threat, he's nowhere near what he was 5 years ago. And then we've also got obviously Jeremy Doku, but he's predominantly a left winger who's been
Doku's unlucky to miss out on one of these teams, I think.
yeah. I mean, he's been very, very good this season. I think he's worked in his own product a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of taking on a man, he's arguably one of the best in the world, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the best. He's up there in the Premier League. I think he's also up there quite highly in world standing. He's got something about him that I just love. You know, like when you watch a player and they just want to take people on and have a bit of fun. The fun
Yeah.
about football. Sorry, Mikel, you've ruined football. You've ruined wingers. One day I'm going to talk about how depressing Arsenal Football Club is to watch.
It is a painful
Oh,
one.
it's so painful.
Watching
but-
them against Liverpool the other night.
But
Was
we'll talk about them in another podcast because we're gonna need an hour,
I mean,
if not more, to talk about these bums.
I don't like Arsenal, but I think there's a common misconception of the way they actually play football in terms of, yes, they score a lot from set pieces, but there are also times where they do play some nice football.
That's the thing. They've always been like that. Well, I've always said they've always been like that, but they just choose not to play like that.
Yeah.
They have on many occasions torn apart teams with what was it, Ramsey against Fulham and Wilshere against Norwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've done it many times, but just choose not to.
Yeah.
And they have players that can play really nice football, but then will just rather see it go out for a set piece. They've now just got that throw-in coach.
Yeah, Arsenal have gotten a new throwing coach who held the world record for the longest throw-in. It was like 51 metres or something stupid.
You know, that has Rory Delap's name written all over it.
Well, Arteta just reminds me of that one friend that will sit on FIFA learning all the glitchy techniques. Like what was it? A couple of FIFAs ago, it was the speed up thing.
Yeah.
You could just run past people. That's Arteta.
Now I think it's the rainbow flick bicycle kick from like outside the
Yeah.
box, and that somehow works.
That's what Arteta spends his time
Yeah.
doing, just looking for the little techniques that will just make the game so easy.
But I mean, the thing is, it works. So I mean, so long as it works, then by all means, just keep using it, I guess. But
it's just not fun.
But Semenyo, what do you make of the Semenyo?
I mean, he's been very, very good so far. Obviously, goal and assist against Exeter. I mean, it's Exeter, but still, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
More goals than Haaland in that game. Crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, against Newcastle as well, he was very good.
Should have had 2 goals.
Yeah, I've got no idea why his second goal was ruled out for what was it? I don't even know. It was for offside.
Yeah, Haaland Hill, I'm pretty sure.
I think
Joke.
he's very similar in terms of play style to Mamouche. because
Not
I
really.
think Semenyo could
Semenyo's more direct.
easily play up front.
Yeah, yeah.
Easily. Every day of the week he could play
I mean,
striker.
like Lewis said, he's a lot more direct, and he's very, very bow-footed.
Yes.
So he can cut him with his left, and put a cross in or take a shot. But like I mentioned earlier, he provides something a little bit different from what we've got already.
Yeah.
I feel for
so-
Marmoush though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Marmoush was very, very good last season when he came in. Obviously, scored goal of the season against Bournemouth.
Needs to play more.
Yeah, he does need to play more. But I feel like the games that he's played this season, he hasn't been as good because I feel like he's sort of lacking in confidence a little bit. But I think once he sort of plays a little bit more, once he sort of rebuilds that confidence, he'll be a lot better than he has been.
But he scored the other night for Egypt, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Every Coast.
Yeah,
There's definitely a player there. He just
yeah, 100%.
But Pep's notorious for it. Just he gets a new toy and he forgets about other people. I mean, I know he didn't quite do it the same to Calvin Phillips, but he signed Calvin Phillips, was well excited for it, and
Yeah.
then just called him
Did-
fat.
Just
Left him
didn't
on the
use
bench.
him.
Yeah, he was meant to be that sort of extra pivot alongside Rodri.
Yeah, he just wasn't. Well, because he did it so well with Rice in the the 2021.
Yeah, the Euro team in 2021. Yeah.
Right. So my team's very similar. I've got Robin Roofs. He's a
Yeah.
revelation at Sunderland, I think.
Half
Yeah.
these players we've probably already spoken.
James, clearing away the best right back in the Premier League. Not even.
I wouldn't
I'm
go
not-
that far.
It's not even a debate. I think he's clearing away the best right back
Yeah,
in the
that's
league.
just biased. I do think it's
Um,
close between him and Timber.
Oh no, I don't. I really don't.
The Chelsea fan
What?
thinks that Rice is the best
Right.
right back in the league.
Okay. Let me.
I thought we were trying to make this unbiased as possible.
You're
No.
the one
Don't
that
get me-
said unbiased.
No, but this isn't bias. James has been the best this year.
Yeah, but not far and away the best right.
Yeah,
back.
it's the comment
attacking
after.
threat, strength,
So-
one-on-one defending.
Someone should check Ben's blood and make sure it
crossing.
isn't blue.
One of the best crosses of the ball in the Premier League, Reece James. One of the best. He trust me, one of the best.
I think George's face says it all there.
Anyway,
that was not a happy George face.
Gabriel, Guehi, Cucurella.
Cucurella. It's probably been his
So-
worst season.
Something
No,
about
I
that-
don't. I think
Something
he's-
about that man just pisses me off.
Oh,
That's the same with
I
everyone.
don't know
Yeah.
what it is,
lots
but he
about
just
that man
pisses me off.
lots about that man pisses me off, but he's somehow brilliant. I don't know how he does it.
I don't think he's been brilliant this season.
I think
Not this season.
I think every foul that's incurred on him is because of his hair.
Yeah.
Deserved.
And I can understand why he's probably a bastard to play against. Like he's a
No,
Yeah.
I
Rude
think
twat to
he
play
has been
against.
good, and it annoys me the fact that he's been good. But
Yeah.
this season's probably been his worst season in the last few
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
And
I'm still gonna have.
there's
him now.
probably 3 or 4 left backs I'd put ahead of him.
Calafiori. You say Calafiori.
Calafiori would go ahead of him. I'd go Nico O'Reilly. I went Gvardiol, and then
You probably say Lewis Hall, aren't you?
Lewis Hall. Yeah,
Yeah, Lewis Hall was very good yesterday against Newcastle.
Lewis
Actually,
Hall's always been really good.
Lewis Hall was good against Newcastle, was he?
not against Newcastle. What am I chatting?
United.
Sorry, I'm talking a load of bollocks. He was very good against Man City.
He was good against United as well, too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just been very good every time I've watched him. To be honest.
So my midfield, Elliot Anderson.
Yeah.
Oh, he's different gravy. He's different gravy. Declan Rice, as I said. No, Declan Rice, though I hate to say it, he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate that he's good.
The only thing I'll say about Declan Rice now is that he's now painted out to be like deadly from free kicks, like shooting.
He
from
ain't
free
that
kicks.
good. He ain't
From
that good.
deep, from
He
deep
scored
free
2.
kicks, he is like his delivery is so good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's ability to put a ball in the box, but
Yeah.
like
But
they're
just because
gassing him up.
of that Real Madrid performance, they're like, yeah, every free kick, put him over.
Mm.
Yeah, but at the same time, like even just corners and like free kicks in general, just sort of
Yep.
putting it into the box. There aren't many players that you could think of that are better than
No.
Declan Rice at the moment. Anyway,
I saw a clip. You seen Simon Jordan on Talksport? He was
Oh,
going.
I like Simon Jordan.
He was going. He's going out about Rice, saying that's like every player should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Saying that don't make him special. That saying that
I
he's.
think free kicks is a thing you practice in your local park
but the
or
thing
your
is,
back garden
like-
or something like that.
being able to put it in that danger area consistently.
Yeah. No, Rice is probably the best at it in the league because.
1,000%.
I think
Would have been Trent.
the only
but-
player I've seen probably better at doing that consistently was probably James Ward-Prowse. in that Southampton squad.
What, scoring goals from free kicks?
No. Well, I mean, yeah, he's probably the best at that. But the corner delivery onto Vestergaard's head was just consistently perfect. He's always been good at it. Everyone went quiet. I don't know why.
Yeah. See more atmosphere in the library.
And the third guy, who I'm surprised none of you have had, is Morgan Rogers, who
Rogers is unlucky.
I spoke about him quite eloquently in the last episode.
Now that I think about it, yeah.
And he has been at the heart of pretty much everything good that Villa's been doing on this astronomical rise that they're on.
Yeah, but does that mean that you don't have either Foden or Cherky in your team?
Yes.
Joke.
Because I think that's why I didn't put Rogers in. The only other place I probably would have put Rogers in is over Njai.
But
because Njai kind of
Rogers has been consistently good throughout the season. Foden, we've had nothing from in a couple of games now. Like in terms
Do
of
you
production.
watch football?
Do you watch football?
No, but is he getting the assists that Rogers is?
You don't need goals and assists to be a good player.
No, but I'm talking about it in a sense that for Aston Villa, he's been the most important player.
To be
for
fair,
them.
Rogers went through.
Haaland is the most important player for Man City.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Rogers went through a period where he was just hitting the ball from anywhere and it was going in. Like, he's really good at shooting from distance, but Foden was both creating chances and getting on the end. I mean, that header for someone that's so short to get up to that, it was really good delivery from Cherky. But Foden has been everywhere and he's been lethal everywhere.
Yeah.
Rogers was just hitting them from about 20, 30 yards and it was just flying in.
Like, don't get me wrong, Rogers has been very, very good this season. I saw, I think it was Expressions said that he was playing like a Ballon d'Or nominee.
I love to listen to Expressions. He's
funny.
so funny.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan Rogers has been very, very good this season, and I think he is unlucky to miss out on a lot of our teams.
He's definitely honourable mention.
Yeah.
And my front three is
Pedro Neto.
no.
Jamie Gittins.
João Pedro.
Jamie Gittins is, I'm going to use your phrase, is pony. He's not great.
To be fair, I'm surprised you didn't put Joel Hato left back.
I've got the same front three that you have. It's just Haaland, Thiago and Semenyo, because they have been the best three attackers in the Premier League so far.
Yeah.
And we've spoken in depth about all of them. But I think there's a couple of players who are very close to that. I think I'd have said Dewsbury Hall would have been quite all right.
Yeah,
in that
Everton
not yet.
have kind of been falling off a little bit recently.
Yeah.
But I think we've roughly got a consensus as to what we think
Yeah.
is the best group of the lot. Have you
Yeah.
anything yet?
It's name poaching time.
Oh, this is Emmett is gonna.
Yeah.
Bring
Well, right
what he
back.
thinks.
I think James. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know too much about. I forget who you said right back.
Timber.
I said
Timber.
Timber.
I haven't watched him play as much as I've watched Reece James play, but Reece James has been very good when I've watched him play. So I'd say Reece James. Gahey, center. I forgot the other name. It's hard to remember. Yeah, Gabriel is the other one. He's even on my FM team. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I think that was a general consensus. I have no strong argument against it. Left back, I'd probably go Nico O'Reilly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been a very good option. Into the midfield, Declan Rice. Again, I think all of you said that. I have no reason to say literally anybody else. Foden, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And I forgot the third name. All right, fine. I'll say Ryan Cherky.
Yeah, come on.
Does Tyler Adams not make it for you?
I wish he did.
Or
Brendan Aronson.
Brendan Aronson.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I would love them to, but I just don't think they are at like the top of the league. Like there are people who can do what they do, but better.
To be fair, I will say they're both having really good seasons.
But
Aronson is of late,
But-
yeah.
But as both Lewis and Ben know, I think I treat them very similar to how you treat Ryan Cherky when we're playing FM.
Yeah.
They are probably two of my favorite players to watch and talk about, and I do wish I could put them on like the top teams, but I just think that they are still just not there, and they are having good seasons. But I think there is always
Players better than them.
there are players better than them, and I do think that is just, and I think they can get to a point, both of them, where they can be talked about in those discussions.
Yeah.
But I just don't think they're there right now, and I think there are still players like Declan Rice who he is just kind of the best at what he does.
Yeah.
And it'd be very, very impressive for anyone to challenge him in that sort of position. And so that just is, I think, what it is. And I would love to say Aronson or Adams, but I just don't think I can without getting a Ben level reaction out of people.
Yeah.
Front three, Semenyo, Holland, and
To be fair, a right winger was difficult.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because, I mean, it would automatically be Saka normally. But
I was going to say, another shout might be Ekatike.
Ekatike's been really good, but
Balling.
he's kind of...
He's in the
It's-
shadow
it's-
of a shit Liverpool season.
It's been a mix of slot rather in Isak for some weird reason, and Ekatike has had slight injury problems.
Yeah.
So he ripped his shirt off against Southampton, got himself sent off.
Yeah.
Ekatike has been really good, and I definitely think he should be starting number 9 for Liverpool.
Yeah.
But right wing for once has actually been difficult because Saka, yes, he's been good again, but I don't think he's been as good as he was injured for the first half of the season, or like first half of the first half.
I've got another suggestion for your team as a left winger. Starts with J and ends with Eremi Doku.
It's true.
We spoke about Jeremy Doku, how good he's been.
Sure.
I
I don't know the
do
name
you
off the top
think-
of my head.
Do you think we're ready to start the next segment now?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we've been
So-
doing this first bit for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So part 2 is similar to and based on the title, is if buts or maybes. So the question that I put towards the others was, what is your team's, who are your team's biggest what ifs, and people who didn't live up to the hype that
People we
that
wish
surrounded them.
succeeded.
Obviously, being fans of Chelsea and Tottenham, we're going to have shit tons.
Mm.
Maybe City not so much, but
I think City have a few.
A couple.
I think we got to give some takes as to who we think is your team's biggest what if.
Yeah. Do you want to start my end again?
I'm gonna start because I could be here for a while.
Go
I-
on, try not
Oh
to be.
boy.
We are already like half hour through.
So I'm gonna quickly glaze over a couple of them. Nkunku
Yeah.
builds to be the centerpiece behind Chelsea's rebuild. Just did not live up to the hype. Was not fit. He was okay when he was fit, but subpar performances and the emergence of the real centerpiece of Chelsea, Cole Palmer, has really left him in the shadows and has since gone to AC Milan.
Didn't
Timo
really like
Werner,
Milan.
who I absolutely loved to watch back in Germany and
I
when he was
loved him
playing
at
for
Tottenham.
Leipzig,
I actually loved
because
having
he
Werner.
was quick,
He's exciting.
was really good from inside the box.
Gave really, really good interviews.
Yes, he plays a lot of Fortnite,
Yeah.
typical. Christian Pulisic, I think if he was more consistent in the Premier League, he would be one of the top wingers in the Premier League now.
I think he's one of my favourite players.
Judging by how well he's playing right now in Italy, if he had that level of performance in the Premier League,
I think
He would be-
his issue is he can never keep himself fit.
I forgot.
At Chelsea, he would never play more than 5 games before he would be terminally injured for 2 months. And I agree with you. I also wish that he did better at Chelsea, but he was not starting consistently. He wasn't getting consistent playing time because he was always injured. And it is a huge what if, because I think if he had done really well there, I think it would have been really impressive to watch. And I don't But I also think he never would have moved to Italy, and I almost think to a certain extent that move has been good for him. I think that style of play in Italy suits him better than it does in the Premier League. I think he is too injury prone to be playing at the Premier League level every week in, week out. He needs something where he isn't gonna fucking knock himself out for 6 months every 2 months. And I agree. I do really wish that he had done well at Chelsea, but there are just so many things that meant that he didn't. But I agree. I do wish he did well, and I wish
He's
that we could
definitely
try
not
again.
lived up to the LeBron James of soccer tag that he got.
No, but he is still one of our best players, and I am still really impressed by what he's able to do both in Italy and at a national team level. And I don't think saying that he did bad at Chelsea is taking anything away from what he still can do to this day. And I think a lot of why he left was just he couldn't stay fit. He would be out for extended periods of time, and then he'd be coming off the bench, having decent performances, but then he'd go and get injured again. And so I think ultimately you have no reason to keep a player who you can only ever play for 4 or 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
As we started talking about Pulisic, I got a notification on my phone about Pulisic, which is really weird. It's just some random thing about Neymar, but I don't know why.
Neymar and Pulisic, the
mentions
same
Pulisic for
conversation
some
is
weird reason.
disgraceful.
It's just Neymar and Sabrina Carpenter in the
Christian
same
Pulisic
phone
is the best forward in the world.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Balling
But
for AC Milan, to be fair to him.
The last player is probably the person I think of the most as a Chelsea fan. I don't hate footballers for the most part. I think hate's a strong word, but this guy is pretty fucking close. I think he's close for a lot of football fans in general. And that's Romelu Lukaku, the
I knew you were gonna
absolute
say that.
fucking cheating little snake. What this guy pre-interview was on a fucking generational run.
Yeah.
We had Chilwell and James at the peak of their powers. This is probably when they were at their peak so far in their career. And Lukaku was scoring goals, putting ball in the net,
He gave
which is
Pablo
what
Mari
Chelsea,
nightmares.
which is what he gave Arsenal nightmares on his debut. I
Yeah.
want to say.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that was when Pablo Mari was starting centre back, and he wanted to cry.
And he looked like the piece that we've missed since, like, Drogba.
Yeah.
He looked the part. He was strong, physical,
To be fair, all I ever
demanded
hear,
the ball, and he was brilliant. He was fantastic. And then he goes and releases that fucking interview, and all goes to shit.
Yeah.
I think that he would still be here today in the Chelsea squad as the main number 9 if that interview hadn't have happened, and if it had been such a little shit on the internet disgracing Chelsea and the football club. The fans hate him. I dislike him.
So why have you put him in the players I wish succeeded? bit?
Well, because I do wish he succeeded. Because he was succeeding, and then he fucking blew it all away on a fucking interview.
No, I do understand kind of what he's saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he was succeeding, so I understand your point. where
He
it's
was
like,
doing
you want him to
brilliantly.
succeed. But I do think it would have been nice to see him with more longevity at the club and see
Yes.
what he could have accomplished at the rate he was going.
If he wasn't such a fucking loudmouth and didn't run his mouth about Chelsea Football Club, I think he'd be fine.
All
Yes,
right.
it's a very dysfunctional team.
Before you pass out, let's move
Oh,
on.
he aggravates me.
Yeah.
And it aggravates me. He goes straight back to Italy. He goes to his comfort zone, just fucking scores goals for fun. Despite being pretty reputable in the Premier League, yet he couldn't fucking keep his bottle, last a couple of years at the club, and then we could have told him to fuck off.
Yeah, as Chelsea do.
Oh,
All right, let's move on. George.
Right, so a couple of players that I wish succeeded at Man City. So I think the first one, he did very, very well for Swansea before he joined us.
I know who this is.
I think you know. I think you know who I'm going to say, but it's Wilfred Bonny.
Come
on,
Wilfred Bonny.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
and he was pretty good for us the first few games, but I feel like he could have been so much better than he was when he joined. Like he joined Man City for 30 million back in 2015, but he had all the potential in the world to be that sort of like that second striker alongside Aguero. Like he'd shown hints of brilliance at Swansea. Obviously, a couple hints of brilliance in a couple of games at Man City where he scored a couple of half decent goals, but he should have been so much better than he turned out to be, which is really, really annoying. I think another player that I wish succeeded, and this is for a couple of City fans watching the podcast that may or may not know him, is Michael Johnson. You might not know who he is, but he played for City back in 2007, 2008, sort of around that era. But he was tipped to be the sort of next Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard type of player. He was controlling the midfield really, really well in the City team at the time, in a very bang average City team, may I add. He was scoring a couple of goals. Like his all-round game was just really, really good, but injuries just ended his career, which is really, really unfortunate. He had one really, really serious injury, and he never fulfilled his potential. So, that was it's a big shame, but it happens sometimes. So,
What about another Johnson that played for City?
I don't think we should talk about him.
Anyway,
I've heard it's decent.
and then I think the last player that I've got down, obviously fairly recent, Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Obviously, signing him for such a large sum of money and not living up to the hype it's a big disappointment, and I really do wish that he was better than he was, because obviously, like at Aston Villa, he was arguably one of the best players in the league, really.
Because he was like the lead, like the main guy.
Yeah, like when he was at Villa, he had sort of the freedom to sort of carry the ball, do whatever he wanted, really, just creating chances, scoring goals. But I feel like adapting to a whole new play style at City kind of not necessarily killed his his way of playing, but I think it kind of like hindered him from obviously taking people on and wanted to be a bit more expressive. But I feel like I'm not sure whether it was a confidence thing or.
I mean, that treble-winning season, he was really good.
Yeah, he was definitely one of our best players that season. And I'm not sure whether it was a tactical change or a confidence boost or anything like that. But if he could have stayed more consistent and sort of, got a couple more goals and assists, I feel like he could have, lived up to that £100 million price tag.
Yeah.
I think that Grealish is one of those players who I thought that suited the way that Pep played, and watching him now, I've realised that wasn't the case. I think he likes to be in the free kind of role.
Yeah.
On a wing or through the middle. That enables him to create in the way that Jack Grealish does. He's very good dribbler, a pretty decent pass with the ball, loves to take a man on. And I think that we saw at Villa him at his full abilities and with the freedom to go say, hey, take this game by the scruff of the neck, go win us this game.
Yeah.
And he'd do that consistently. Yeah. And I think that under Pep, he perhaps didn't have that because it's much more of a structured team.
Yeah, I guess.
And he likes football played in a specific way.
I mean,
so
he was fuming when Cherky did the Rabona.
Yeah.
Even though he got the assist. But I've always said, though, Grealish screams Tottenham. I every time I see him, I think he should be in a Tottenham shirt, and he just never has been. The other player I'd always said was Conor Gallagher, and now we managed to get him.
Yeah, I mean, Conor Gallagher's just one of those players. Like, he's obviously very good with the ball, but he's a very, very hard worker.
Yeah.
Dies for the badge.
I mean, Tottenham fans talking as if we're better than him is crazy.
Yeah.
He's better than us, really.
Yeah.
Especially the state we're in right now. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad we got him. Is that your
Yeah, that's me done.
I'll go quickly because
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw any new names in the mix. But I'm basically agree with Ben. I think the biggest one for me is Christian Pulisic at Chelsea, Lukaku, and Timo Werner. Basically, just it's the same list. So just sort of seconding all of what he said.
Did you want me to do mine?
Yeah,
Great
go ahead.
input, innit?
Okay.
Thank you. I'm there. Don't worry. I have slightly more interesting inputs later.
I've got 4 players. 3 of them we kind of signed within a few years of each other.
I know who one of them's going to be. I know exactly who one of them's going to be. He's just popped into my head, and we've spoken about him a lot.
There's quite a few players. First one, Giovanni Lo Celso.
Yeah.
I loved him so much, but injuries and
Is he balling now?
he's injured.
Well, no, like in Spain.
Yeah,
Like, is
he
playing
always balls in Spain, but I think he's injured again. He's at Betis at the moment. But yeah, Gio Lo Celso. Every time I watched him play for Tottenham, I remember that goal he scored. Well, I mean, he scored twice against City while he was playing for Tottenham, but the one where we beat you 2-0, and the way he got up that pitch was so good.
Yeah.
Like proper Lo Celso.
Can I take a stab at who I think is on here?
Go on.
'Cause there's one player that comes to mind when I think about what ifs and Spurs. There's one person I think about,
Yeah.
Go on.
and that's Tanguy and Dembele.
So he's next. Tanguy Ndombele. He, on his day, that is the only way to describe the man on his day. And I went from watching him terrorising. It wasn't a great Villa team, but Villa's midfield, and then terrorising. I think it was Kovacic and Kante. He had them on strings all game. But then we fast forward to towards the end of his Tottenham career, like his proper Tottenham playing career, and he's getting booed off the pitch against Morecambe because he had no effect against a bunch of League 1, League 2 at the time. So
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
Can I guess that Dele Alli's also on the list?
So I didn't put Dele Alli because
Really?
I think he did succeed for the most part.
For a couple of seasons though, and then he kind of
He
Fell off a tiny bit.
was he was really, really good, and he's more a player that it upsets me to see what he could have been.
yeah.
He didn't quite hit his potential, but I don't think he was exactly bad
Yeah.
when he was like under Poch. I think a lot of players struggled as soon as we sacked Poch.
Yeah.
There's one other player that I can think of who, for this, is the one that they all rave about on these podcasts, or every football podcast they've spoken about. Moussa Dembele.
Again, I just wish he wasn't injured as much as he was. He had such a terrible injury record.
You seen some of the things that people have said about him?
Yeah.
Kyle Walker saying that the only thing he didn't have is assists and goals.
Yeah.
Everything else he was stupid at. Every Spurs player said that he's the best player that they played with.
Yeah, I mean, even De Bruyne come out and
Yeah.
said it was the best player he's ever seen. Like
I can understand why he has the physical traits.
he was unreal. I remember watching him absolutely control City's midfield. I think we won 4-1 or something like that when we absolutely battered City.
Yeah.
And he controlled that midfield on his own. And if it weren't for just such a long list of injuries, he probably would I think we would have looked better because he left during that Champions League run we went on. I think we would have looked better in
Went to
the final.
China, didn't he? I want to say he went to China.
Yeah, he went to China. But we would have looked better in that Champions League final had we had Moussa Dembele starting. So I've just texted Cody to see if he can give me 3 or 4 Palace players. See if he replies in time. And I got 2 more players. I know I said 4, but you guys give me suggestions. But the 2 other players I had, one of them was still playing for us, to be fair. I want Radu Dragusin to succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want him to succeed so bad. I really like him. And I wish we played a back 3. So I think he'd be so good in the back 3.
Quick, isn't he? Is he far? He's quite fast.
He's
isn't he,
quite
not?
quick and he's really good. He would be probably the best centre back at a lot of bottom half the table teams.
Yeah.
He's so good at just defending.
He's very good in the air as well.
He's very good in the air. And yeah, when you get backs against the wall, he's the sort of centre back you want. Not one that you want trying to build out from the back in an Ange system. So that's why I kind of wish he does get a chance under Frank.
And after what we saw from that Spurs backline the other day,
Yeah.
against Villa, after what we saw from that whole Spurs
So,
defence
yeah, George,
that other day,
You weren't here for this. We were in a Discord call because we were playing FM, and I was showing someone was breaking down. Have you seen that Adam Cleary guy that does breakdowns?
Oh,
It
this
rings
was
a bell.
bad.
Yeah, he basically just does breakdowns, and he did one for what's going so wrong at Tottenham, and he broke down the first goal we conceded at against Villa the other day. It started at Konza. It took 3 passes for them to be through on goal, and it only took 2 for them to have our defence in a triangle. So it was like Van de Ven was the point of the triangle. He was in midfield.
Yeah, he Van de Ven.
He had like stepped forward to challenge the
Yeah,
player.
he
because
stepped.
The player
He
was
stepped in
in
against
between
Rodgers. Rodgers. It was.
Yeah, he stepped up to Rodgers.
So Konza to Tielemans, which I kind of expected. I'd expected Paulinho to come across or Archie Gray to come across.
We had Tielemans in the centre of a box. It was Richarlison, Xavi, Gray, and Paulinho boxed him in. Went to Tielemans, no one reacted. He had time to turn and play. It was to McGinn. How the hell? So McGinn gets round Paulinho's blind side.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's not exactly tall, but he's a unit. You don't miss McGinn running.
No.
Like, he's there. And somehow
feel him.
he got round Paulinho's blind side. And, simple pass from Tielemans into McGinn. And, they were pretty much through.
Yeah.
All he had to do was play it to Marlon. And when he played it to Marlon, it was literally a diagonal line up the pitch. It was
Tom
Danso.
Cleary, did you say?
No, not Tom. I can't remember. Adam Cleary.
Adam Cleary, yeah.
It was Danso, Porro, and Van de Ven in a straight line up the pitch, and then Davis the other side of Danso, who's our left back.
Yeah.
Like Van de Ven had to commit. I don't think Van de Ven was in the wrong at all for having to commit there, but he missed the tackle. Last player is Sergio Reguilon.
Yes.
I really liked him. That first game against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, he looked so good. But he was asked to play a wing back, and he's just not that threatening in front of goal.
He's played for lots of big teams, I seem to remember.
More clubs than Jack Nicklaus. What?
What'd you say?
More clubs than Jack Nicklaus. He's a golfer. So
Okay.
yeah.
That was
Golf joke.
That was not good.
Some people enjoy that.
Yeah.
But
There is someone out there who's cackling at that.
Yeah.
someone's
Exactly.
done
There will be
Probably
like
Someone with
Alfie.
humour.
maybe like 3 people in the
probably
world who
Alfie.
found that funny.
Reguilon was really good. Really enjoyed watching him play. And I think a lot of Tottenham fans like the fact that he brought Marta Diaz with him. I don't know if you ever saw her. That was literally his main selling point to a lot of Tottenham fans,
Oh.
which was weird. We're moving on to now 5 players. Well, a few players. However many you want to do, we wish our team would sign.
Yes.
And we run out of time, so we'll go through this quickly. But
Who are you going to start this?
yeah, I'll start. First one, yeah, ignore that. First one, Karim Adeyemi. I think we need a left winger, and I really, really like Adeyemi.
He's fucking rapid as well.
Yeah.
And we need that.
And he scores goals. He's
Yeah.
used to be striker for Rebel Salzburg.
Yeah.
Down that left-hand side, Tell don't want to play there. Odebear is still really raw. And then other than that, we had Johnson, who would play down the left.
Yeah.
And we've sold him.
And I actually saw something about Adeyemi a couple of weeks ago, probably maybe a good month ago, where apparently Adeyemi handed in a transfer request because his girlfriend wants him. She basically wants Adeyemi to play for a club in a big city.
Exactly. We
So-
play in London.
Yeah,
To be fair, you don't want to live in Tottenham, but
You really
Live in
you
Tottenham.
don't.
yeah.
Doesn't necessarily have to live in Tottenham. He can live sort of,
No.
near Tottenham.
Yeah.
As long as he's in the area.
To be fair, I'll leave this one till last. Next one, Julian Alvarez. I just love Julian
He's
Alvarez.
unbelievable.
And I think we need a striker.
I still wish we never sold him.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know why you ever sold him.
I think it's not like
I forgot.
it's not like the Palmer situation where Palmer was still like a raw talent and coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
To be fair,
Alvarez was a polished striker who was brilliant.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
surprised Palmer weren't on your list of players you wish succeeded.
Yeah, but I mean,
You wouldn't have known. You wouldn't have known.
you wouldn't have known because like
James McAtee is
Yeah.
in the same like bracket.
yeah, I mean, like James McAtee and Palmer both have potential, but you never know. like.
The thing,
You-
Palmer
you can
was
never-
kind of showing it at times. Like
Yeah, but you can never predict he was going to become the player that he's.
Oh no,
turned out
not
to be
not
today.
to level he's at, but he definitely looked good in a City shirt. Like this, the Super Cup final when he
Yeah,
scored.
and the Community Shield where he
Community Shield when he
outside the
scored.
box bent it into the top
Chelsea's
corner.
not
but-
ruined a talent. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
say yeah.
We've
I'm
got one right.
I'm going to put these two together just to make it quicker. I'm happy we've signed Gallagher. I've always wanted us to sign Gallagher.
You were talking about that the other night, how happy
Yeah.
you are with it.
I'm really happy we've signed Gallagher. We need him so bad. And I want to make Polinia permanent.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
Absolutely.
so many Tottenham fans saying that we need a player better than Polinia.
He wins that ball so much.
He wins that ball so much. We've been crying out for a player that plays a lone six.
He tackles with such pride, and I love
Yeah,
it.
And then we're complaining about having Polinia, who's really good at it. And Gallagher, we just need someone that has energy in the middle of the pitch.
Mm.
yeah.
And people also saying that we should sell Pat Matasar is crazy as well.
He should be playing more.
He's
in
so
my
good.
opinion.
And then the final player is the one I want the most is Angelo Stiller.
Yes.
From Stuttgart.
Yes. I love
'Cause
that guy.
I think he has like 9 progressive passes per game
Yes, that's
from
mental.
DM. And we need a progressive passer. And I think the jump from Stuttgart to Tottenham is a slight step up. I don't think it's a massive step up.
But the thing is, say for example, we have a midfield three of obviously Polinia in the 6 and Stiller and Gallagher in front.
I'd play
the two.
Stiller alongside Polinia.
But I feel like that'd be too defensive because you still got Gallagher, who he's not really a playmaker; he's a box to box.
Remember what team we're
it
talking
wouldn't
about?
work.
Remember the team we're talking about?
Yeah, but if you're playing with 2 6s in a box to box,
Yeah,
it wouldn't work.
what we want Polinia and Stiller to be. So we want Stiller to start, Polinia to just clean up at the end of the game, and then we want someone like a Bergvall, like a Gallagher or Papsar playing next to him,
and then a Simmons.
and then a Simmons, a Kulusevski, and Madison in front. That would be a really strong midfield. Bentancur, I think, looks like he's on his way out, which is a shame because he was a pre-ACL injury. I think he's one of our best midfielders.
I've heard that some of the reasons why Angelo Stiller hasn't already got a move is because of his rather largely sized nose.
He's got a massive nose.
Have you
But
seen?
Do you want me to?
No, don't worry, I've seen.
everyone knows about Stiller's nose.
Yeah, but it
he's
doesn't
so
take.
good.
Yeah, it doesn't take away from the fact he's a very good player.
Yeah, and
Tony Cruz recommended him for Real Madrid.
but yeah, Tottenham fans that are saying we should be more ambitious, going for Baleba, going for Wharton. My voice today. Going for Wharton, going for Anderson. They won't join us.
No.
That's not a step up for them.
No.
Like Palace have finished above us last season, looking like they'll finish above us this season. Forest finished above us last season, probably will end up finishing above us this season. And like, I don't get why we're so ambitious for a club that is right now failing so hard. And we have been since Kane left. Kane kind of sheltered us from being the club we are now.
Yeah, but I think while Kane was there, he kind of offered you a lot more than what you have now. Like kind of dropping deep and sort of getting the ball, spraying passes and scoring a lot of goals. You don't really have anyone in the Tottenham team that can do that now. So
Yeah, we like. I think we've had 11 through balls all season. That's
Jesus.
less than I think 8 players. Like 8 great players, but still having your whole team having less than certain players is crazy. I just want to quickly. Cody's just replied. This is his. What's that? 6 players he wish succeeded. Well, one of them is Pino. He really wants Pino to succeed.
I think he will.
Max Meyer. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Max Meyer, absolute baller. Connor Wickham.
Connor Wickham.
God.
Yeah.
That's an old. That's going back a few years.
Mamadou Sakho.
That's
signed
also
for
going back a
Liverpool.
few years.
Edgar Davids.
I forgot he played for Palace.
I did
Yeah,
not
played
know he
Palace,
played for
played for
Palace.
So the thing is, he was about 35 when he played for Palace, so you can't really
Yeah.
say like you couldn't really predict whether he was going to, succeed or not.
But I mean, Edgar Davids was just iconic.
Definitely
for his goals.
googled that.
No, Cody knows about Edgar Davids. He talks about him all the time. And then last one's Chet Doucouré, because the man's a baller, but he's
Yeah.
just so injury prone.
Yeah.
Edgar Davids was paving the way for people with glasses to play
Yeah.
football, and I wish
Yeah.
more people would rock the goggles now.
Exactly. Oh, that was Cody's and his dad's combined 6 players they wish would succeed.
George, so people that you would have liked to.
No, people you wish
would sign for
sign.
City.
Yeah.
So I think the obvious one at the moment, considering our current state of defence, is Mark Gay.
Mark Gahey.
Because,
Yes.
like, obviously with Gavardio and Diaz out at the moment, we need someone that can sort of. We need experience in that defence, and we need someone who can sort of solidify the defence. Really, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Kusanov and Max Lane have been doing really, really well in defence the past couple of games.
Max Lane come from?
He was from our academy, but he was on loan at Watford for the first half of the season.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he got like based off foot mob ratings, he got the highest. He was highest rated against Brighton. Was
Yeah.
his debut, and then he scored the other night, didn't he? Against Exeter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's very, very good with the ball. He's very. He reminds me almost of Aymeric Laporte, like so comfortable on the ball, can spray a pass anywhere.
Do you miss Laporte?
Yeah, like that 18-19 season, arguably our best team ever. He was just so good
What,
that
Ruben
season.
Diaz next to each other. Although that Laporte and Stones was a bit of a
Yeah,
dynamic duo at one
it was
point.
mostly Laporte and Stones, or Laporte and Otamendi actually.
Yeah.
You know, Otamendi was very, very good. He was one of the more underrated players in that sort of era. But yeah, Max Lane's been doing very, very well. I really like him. But I think having someone like Mark Gay and sort of being able to sort of, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a very, very good player already. But I think being able to learn off players like Ruben Diaz, I think it will kind of take his game to a whole new level,
A
really.
leader as well.
Yeah.
Which is something I wouldn't
So-
consider you need any other leaders, but
No.
I think that you'd benefit from the fact that Gahey is such a good leader
Yeah.
of men.
Yeah, and moving away from Gay, I think another player another position that we need is right back. Like, I mean, despite Mateus Nunes
He's doing all right, to be fair
Yeah,
to him, Mateus.
he's been doing very, very well. But I think when he gets injured, like obviously we have Rico Lewis as well, but I think he's too inconsistent and he's injury prone at times as
Ball
well.
against Exeter, didn't he?
Yeah, he was very. I mean,
He is
like I say,
Exeter.
it is Exeter. But nevertheless, I still think we do need another right back, and I think we were looking at signing Javario Reed from Feyenoord.
Hola.
Yeah.
Who I've heard very, very good things about. You know, he's strong, quick, very,
Very quick.
very, very good defensively, especially one-on-ones.
Whatever happened with Cambiasso from Juve?
Andrea Cambia. So we were linked with him for a long. We were linked with him for a couple of months, but we were. I heard something. We were going to put in a bid of, I think, 50-55 million for him, and then all of a sudden we just pulled out.
Yeah.
But I've heard he's been doing very, very well at Juve this season. Obviously Juve are in the Champions League places at the moment.
I think he's playing left back though, isn't he?
Yeah,
Because
they
they
signed
they're
signed
sort
João
of,
Mario.
yeah, they're sort of playing in like a I think it's a 3-4-3, and he's
Yeah.
playing sort of left wing back.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what was weird about that Juve team. Turn Koopmeiners is playing left centre back.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, they had Lloyd Kelly playing.
Yeah, but Lloyd Kelly's a baller.
yeah, he's been doing well.
I
for
never
Juve.
knew really much about Lloyd Kelly.
He was-
I just watched too much JFTV.
He was always a baller
Shout out Luca.
for Bournemouth, and Tottenham nearly signed him, but he chose Newcastle, and then just didn't play at Newcastle.
Yeah.
But they made profit out of him anyway, so they didn't care.
But who was it? He scored a really, really good goal in the Champions League against someone. Not the Champions League, it was Serie A. I think it might have been against Inter, actually, where the ball's sort of come to him on the half volley, and he sort of swiveled and he side-footed it. It's sort of almost like
Yeah,
you know, like Jeremy Liv Swaztek is into the corner.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that was
almost like that.
because he also scored that same week, or like the week before, I think, against Dortmund.
Yeah.
When there was like the 4-4 draw, whatever it was.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been decent. I think people just remember the fact he didn't play for Newcastle.
Yeah.
Forget about how good he actually was.
Yeah.
But-
And moving away from Javario Reed, the last player that I've got, even though he's slightly injury prone, we've been linked with him a couple of times, and I think having him in either left back or in the midfield would be really, really, it would sort of help us out a lot. Is Eduardo Camavinga. I feel like having him, like obviously he's probably one of the most versatile players in Europe at the moment. Can play left mid, right mid, centre mid, left back, even centre back at times. But like whenever I watch him play, he's just so like rock solid.
He's still so young as well.
Yeah, and I feel like having him in that sort of like box to box role where you can sort of have Rodri in the 6 and then obviously Camavinga in front of him, or like obviously Foden or Cherky in that sort of playmaker role. I feel like it'll be, I feel like that would work wonders.
Yeah, no, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
So
wait, Emmett, do you want to do yours first?
Oh yeah, I can do
alright.
mine. There will be a theme. So I'm doing signings for Bournemouth. So the first one I have, to nobody's surprise, is Brendan Aronson. He's probably one of my favorite players to watch, and I feel like he would do absolute numbers at Bournemouth. I don't think he would go. He might go. I don't know. I hope. And I want Adams and Aronson on the same team for a couple of reasons. A, I think they work well together, and I think they would perform well on the same team. Also, selfishly, as a U.S. men's national team fan, I think they would develop a better connection from on a club level to then translate into a national team level. I think I've been a really big fan of Aronson and talked about him some. He puts in so much effort to win balls and fight for plays, and he will never stop running until he just can't. And that is what I love about Aronson so much. And I feel like he would help out a lot of teams, I feel like, sort of in the bottom sort of section of the table, of just being someone who will run for balls and run for things and just be there. He will always be there and always be putting in effort.
And like provide that little extra.
Yeah, he will always give everything he can, and then sometimes a little more. And I feel like that is something that doesn't always show up on a stat sheet either. Right, like you can look at how many goals or assists people are making, but you don't always get to see how many challenges someone's make or how much ground they're covering in the field. And I think that is why, to a certain extent, I feel like he's undervalued, even by like fans of the national team. I feel like he just does so much work running around, and he puts in so much work to create things. And I feel like that would be a huge signing for Bournemouth. And like I said, selfishly, I want him and Adams on the same team. And then I think another player will be get rid of Evan Nielsen. I hate that man with a passion.
Well, no. Why would you say that, Emmett?
Because in my very, very knowledgeable experience of FM, he's done fuck all ever. Also, I feel like he's not worth his price tag to an extent.
They do look better with Krupke up top anyway.
But I think there will be a lot of bias in here, mostly because I don't know as many names as other people. But I think Josh Sargent, bringing him into a Premier League team, would do benefit for him and for that team, as I think he's been sort of stuck in like a championship level, and I think he deserves to sort of move up and show what he can do, and I think he would work well in that Bournemouth system.
Possibly, but obviously Norwich are very, very. I think they're 22nd in the championship table. Yeah, I think they're in the relegation zone. So
yeah, I definitely again. I think part of this is there will definitely be a better signing for Bournemouth. It is partially just I don't know as many names, and so this is sort of a name that I do know.
Yes, fair enough.
But I even still, I don't think that it would be a terrible signing. I think for either party, because I think Josh Sargent has shown when he comes onto our national team that he has the performance and he has the ability to perform, and I think he would be able to perform at a Premier League team level. I just don't think there is a huge market for what he provides, because every team really has someone for that role. But I would much rather him than Evan Nielsen, because I kind of just hate Evan Nielsen, to be honest. But even still, I think even if he's not brought on to start, I feel like he would be able to learn a lot and then provide a lot moving forward, because he's still quite young.
Yeah.
And so I think that would be another signing I would have for Bournemouth. There's a theme there.
I mean, you could just commit to this and just go with a few American players you think would improve Bournemouth instead of players you think they should sign.
I think those would be just kind of the main two that are actually somewhat feasible.
The only one I would say that I know of is I think Joe Scally at right back. They have a very big right back problem.
Yeah, Araujo, Adam Smith, who's
Jimenez.
34, Alex
They have
Jimenez.
signed Jimenez, who looks alright, but I don't think it's permanent, is it?
No, it's
No, it's
off
a loan.
loan. Yeah.
Yeah.
From AC Milan, I want to
Yeah,
say.
AC
Yeah.
Milan, I believe. Yeah.
Joe Scally looks really good for Mönchengladbach this season. I think he'll probably end up being maybe Serginho Dest might be better.
I think if you could, I think Serginho Dest would be a great player to fill the role. But I don't. I think if we're talking feasibility, I think Serginho's Dest's price tag is going to be more than Bournemouth will be able to afford. And I don't think Dest would want to go to Bournemouth either.
Yeah.
So in terms of feasibility, I don't think it's possible. But I think in terms of like moving forward and getting a good player, I think Dest would be a great option. Specifically, like an American player, I think Dest would be a fantastic option for Bournemouth to pick up.
I mean, having Truffert bomb up the left.
He's good.
Oh, true
Like him.
fair.
True fair.
True
How the
fair.
fuck you want to say it? Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy that does all the accents. So Truffert, this is his name. And having Dest bomb up the right.
Yeah. It would be a lot of option moving forward.
Yeah, it would be good.
Yeah.
So, for my
Go on, you've been
5,
itching to do this.
Yeah.
I've got 5. I've got a goalkeeper, 2 defenders, a winger, and a striker. The striker's pretty obvious. Want Victor Osimhen.
Yeah, just
Shitty. It's
Go out
come
and do
on, just fucking let him write whatever numbers he wants. Just fucking get in the club. It's one of the
Alright,
one of
Rhea.
the only things we need.
Yeah.
Really good in the air, brilliant with his feet, good finishing. Doesn't deserve to be playing in Turkey.
The only thing is, I think he has an attitude problem.
He
which
probably does have an attitude problem.
You
Excuse me.
you
Wow.
you have an issue with that at Chelsea.
Yeah,
you have a
that-
lot of players
and-
like that.
I think.
I think if you've got one, you've got them all. We've got fucking Garnacho. So
Well, I think if you have multiple players with an attitude, you can run into the problem where you're just not going to be able to create any system. And so,
we've had people with attitude for as long as I can remember.
I do think instead of going for Osimhen, I saw someone on the Soccer Saturday thing on YouTube. They said that Samu on Marodium.
No, but I want someone who's proven. I want someone who's the finish. I'm going for finish because Chelsea are so obsessed with signing people who are raw talents and are not proven on the biggest of world stages. I've got 5 people who are proven on rather large scales and who have proven themselves to be some of the top options in their position. That is incredible, by the way, George. I wouldn't risk it though, in case we have a knock. Secondly, is a player I think deserves to be playing much more football than what he is Bradley Barcola,
Yeah.
because he is the victim of Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, I'd argue one of the best wingers that's come out of Europe for the last couple of years.
Yeah, sure.
Fun, exciting, attacking threat, everything. So why go for him, who's probably not going to leave PSG? Go for Barcola, who I think has a lot of promise. Also has played on the biggest stage and has performed, I would argue, quite well to what you'd expect from him.
Yeah.
Very quick, very dynamic, good runner, and scores goals.
Yeah.
I think Lewis has just got some stats.
Yeah,
Some stats on Barcola.
To be fair, yeah,
They did look decent, to be fair.
he proved he's a good player, but
Yeah.
he has played 14 times, 9 times starting, and scored 5 goals, but no assists. And I think you do need assists from the wings.
But I think
it depends what kind of winger it is. Like if you're kind of like getting the ball and then cutting inside and then sort of taking on the man and trying to score goals, and that's fair enough. But the thing, piss off, man.
I think we've got.
I think the things
who
with-
can do that in the Chelsea
Yeah,
side.
and I think the things with Barcola is that he's not really like a creative outlet. So
Well, I think it was played 14
Yeah.
and scored 5. That is, I think, a decent
I think it's a decent
level,
return.
and it was 9 times starting as well, and so I think there is a performance there. There is a player who is performing there,
So
Yeah.
and
I think he'd be fantastic. I think he would complement Neto on the other side. Neto being the more of the creator of the two,
Yeah.
Barcola being the shooting type.
I look at your winger options.
Oh, they're so poor. Don't get me
Like
started.
even so, where we started that new save, where I'm now Chelsea manager. I don't know why, but I mean, your winger options
From
really.
Arsenal, it's not
Yeah.
much better.
Garnacho,
Oh, I hate that guy.
Esteval, who's really good,
Esteval's a baller.
but he's still young. And then you've got Tyreek George, who's never going to play
Baller.
for you again, I don't think. Jamie Gittins, Pedro
Raw,
Neto.
raw talent. Pedro Neto's
Raheem
good.
Sterling's still knocking about.
Get rid of that guy.
Mikhailo Mudrik's still knocking about.
Get rid of that guy as well. That guy's got problems written all over it.
Like, you have so many wingers, but no.
Well, Mudryk was supposed to be like the future as
Mudryk
well.
was,
Like
I mean-
the Ukrainian wonder kid.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
much did you pull out on him? Like nearly
80.
100
Too
million,
much.
nearly 100 mil.
80
Yeah,
fucking million.
Yeah.
I think it was closer to 90.
I fucking hope it probably was. And he's been dog shit. First of all, he spent half of his time fucking suspended.
Yeah. I still would probably say, yeah, he'd probably still start for you right now.
Just
I think he's better than Garnacho.
just over anyone
Mate.
over fucking Garnacho. He is shite.
I
Honestly,
do
Garnacho
think
is
he would be worth it.
fucking.
But I still don't think he was worth the price tag.
Oh no,
Chelsea
absolutely
paid
not.
for him. Not even close. I think it was way too much money on someone who was still yet to sort of prove themselves on a larger stage.
Yeah.
And it was just, and I think it does kind of show.
I mean, Arsenal dodged a bullet because then they ended up
Yeah.
getting Trossard instead, which was like for more than half the price.
And
I
he's been
mean-
better.
Trossard's been really good for Arsenal.
So the next two, I've got a centre back pairing because I don't think Colwill and Chalobah or Fofana is going to win you fucking anything.
I will.
So I've got Nico Schlotterbeck, who I think deserves to go to a big six club, if not a
I think Dortmund's
Even-
still a big club.
even bigger than Dortmund. I think
Especially as a German. I think
I
big.
would
They're
argue
still
he-
like top 3 in Germany.
I would argue. Do I hit him with a hot take?
I mean, you've
I
had plenty
think
already.
We're here for it.
You're
think
already
he's-
warm.
Ah, fuck it. I think he's the best defender in Germany. I think he's the best centre back in
Really?
Germany. I think he's the best.
Over Jonathan Tah and
Yep.
Luke Meccano.
I don't think that's as outrageous as you made it sound.
No, I said some more outrageous things, but
Yeah, the fact that you're more scared to say that than that Elliot Anderson is just as good as Rodri.
no, I
Yeah, that's still
And
outrageous, by the way.
Caicedo and Rodri on
Yeah,
the same
he's-
level. In the same
but I
go.
think he's got literally everything you could want of a defender:
He's a very good
height,
centre back.
strong, great tackling, aerial presence, leadership. And I think to coincide him, I think is clear in a way, barring Bastoni, the best centre back in Italy, barring Bastoni, who I think is, I would have had Bastoni.
I think Bastoni's top 5 centre backs in the world.
I
so
think
good.
he's so underrated. But Bremer as the
Bremer's
pairing for Schlotterbeck, not as good as a ball player, but he's strong.
But I think when he's back from his
bullish.
ACL, you just stick with Colwill.
I don't. I think he's too injury prone. I think he's been too unlucky.
I think that's a
Injuries.
bit harsh.
And I
'cause
think we're now at a stage, Chelsea, as a football club, need to start realising we've got some excellent pieces. We have a chance. Let's fucking go for it. Let's invest in people who are proven quality in top leagues.
Or I'd also say, why bother investing money in Schlotterbeck when you've got Josh Achampong ready to go?
Yeah,
who
exactly,
has
yeah.
proven
Again,
has
I
talent.
don't think Ashapong is ready to start.
Yeah, but if you sign Schlotterbeck,
that.
that's 5-6 seasons you'll probably get out of him. He's still not that old. Pretty sure he's like
Schlotterbeck is
20.
25.
Yeah, 25. So that just pushes Achampong out for more years, and then you end up with the problem you had with Gahey, Tomori. I mean, problems that you've had with so many talents that have come out of Cobham.
But I think now is the time where Chelsea have got lots of decent pieces. We've got Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez. We've got Palmer, Neto. I think we've got pieces that we can
Did not need to say Neto there.
build around. No, Neto is one of the best. He's probably the best of the bad bunch of wingers.
Yeah,
in that.
he's probably your best winger, but that's not saying it.
Yeah, you can't put him in the same
I'm
category as
talking about
Palmer and Caicedo.
realism. I'm not.
I mean,
and
you've got Lavia as
and-
well, who's really good.
and the player I think we need the most out of all of them, and it's someone I like a lot, and I don't know why we didn't sign him in the summer, because our owners are just smoking some shit,
Your owner's like
is
this.
Mike Maignan. Why the fuck did we not spend 30 million in this motherfucker? Why? I'm so sorry, Emmett, but I'm really annoyed.
Just for context, Emmett's got the headset. He's got the headphones on, and he can hear. You know,
Mike Maignan is an established goalkeeper for the French national team, and we didn't bat an eyelid to pay 60 for fucking Jamie Gittins.
To be fair, Gittins
Gittins is
was
a raw
really good.
talent and looked okay for Dortmund.
Yeah.
But when you've got the chance to sign one of the best keepers in the world for £30 million, you take that.
I mean, you stayed quiet when Donnarumma was
you signed
available.
Donnarumma for 30. You signed Donnarumma for 30 million, George.
28 million.
Like, yeah, exactly. Why can this ownership get away from the idea that we are a profit-first club?
I think the
I think Ben
We
needs to
should
go
be-
to a rage room.
Yeah.
I need to go to a fucking rage room to get my anger out about this fucking football club. Because recently, I've had it up to here. Literally, it's been fucking
I
shite.
think it's a little
the
higher
way
than
that
that, to
they
be honest with
treated
you, mate.
Maresca and what's come out in the last couple of weeks, or the last week or so, about Enzo Maresca and the exit from Chelsea and the ambition for Chelsea Football Club in the future, I think it's fucking diabolical. I really do. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
You've got any
anyway.
more players? We got to wrap up.
Yeah, we
No,
are
no, I'm done with
slightly
players,
slash
but
very
I'm
over.
going to get a rant about Chelsea one day because I am done.
I think you kind of just did. To be
Oh,
fair.
no, there's more.
There's
I've
a little
got-
mini
I've-
rant
we've got-
there.
Us Chelsea fans got fucking receipts.
We should probably put in like a warning for like bass boosted audio just from Ben raging the entire time.
Anyway, thank you for listening, and on to bigger and better things in 2026.
You are.
Have a good one. Take care.
Going into 2026, we have a new recording and posting schedule. You will now be able to find our podcast live on YouTube and Spotify from 12 p.m. noon every Wednesday. Follow our Instagram at Tactical Waffle Podcast for live updates and news. This has been Ben, George, Cody, and Lewis with a production team of Emmett, Sarah, and Millie.